Eric actually hit the record button. Look at that.
Good.
Eric's doing his thing.
Record. Everyone should know that Andrew Jackson is the Hitler of America.
He was pretty fucked.
He is pretty much the Hitler of America. Yes.
He was pretty fucked up.
Welcome to the Anti-Andrew Jackson podcast. I'm Patrick.
I'm Eric.
I'm Will.
And this is where you learn about how bad Andrew Jackson is. Did you know that Andrew Jackson removed all the Native Americans from the South of America and then put them on the Trail of Tears? That was him. Thank God. Andrew Jackson. Did you know Andrew Jackson owned a parrot that they had to remove from his funeral because it wouldn't stop swearing? That's Andrew Jackson.
I feel like it was also saying racial slurs, but nobody cared.
Probably.
Did you know Andrew Jackson got shot like twice and then beat the man?
With a cane. While he was going for a walk outside of the White House. God bless Andrew Jackson. The Hitler of America.
Andrew Jackson just fucks off, gets shot, and kills a man with a stick.
Andrew Jackson told the Supreme Court to come get it when the Supreme Court told him no.
Is that right?
Yeah.
There was the joke that he jingled when he walked, that he had been shot so many times that he like sounded like a little jingle bell.
I'm surprised he lived so long considering all the lead that fucking was in him.
He also he
should have died of lead poisoning if nothing else.
He died of like pneumonia or something.
Blood.
Yeah, of course.
I don't remember how Andrew Jackson died.
He died because he finally...
He's like Rasputin.
Much like the Grinch, he died because his heart grew a little bit.
Yeah. I never tell you that the end of that movie is the last day of the Grinch.
Yeah, it's the last day of the Grinch's life. He dies right after that movie.
It's not normal for your heart to grow, and that causes issues.
That should never
gotta
happen.
be.
If your heart grows 3 sizes, then that's your last day.
That's got to be a Robot Chicken episode. That's got to be a Robot Chicken skit. That sounds exactly
I'm sure
like
that
a Robot
people
Chicken
have
skit.
made fun of that idea several times. In fact, I think the most recent Grinch horror movie, live action Grinch horror movie that came out recently.
Oh, yeah. I tried to watch that.
Yeah, I think at the end, that's exactly how it ends. His heart grows 3 sizes and he dies.
I think me and a friend of mine got really high, and instead of watching a Grinch horror movie, we watched the regular Grinch movie.
Oh, and it became a horror movie.
Wait.
You get really stoned.
Which of the 3?
The Grinch Stole
70s,
Christmas.
the 2000s,
the Jimmy
or the 2000
one.
like.
Oh, the
teens?
Jim Carrey one?
Yeah.
I worked in theaters when that came out, I think.
What?
Yeah.
I had to watch that.
No way.
Didn't I?
You were too young.
I feel like I watched that.
That came out
You
like
were
2008.
too young.
2008?
No, it did not.
If it's 2008, then I
2001.
totally...
That shit came out like 2001.
I was gonna say, if it was 2008, I totally worked at the theater in
Like,
2008.
Hey, producer, looked it up. When did the Grinch come out?
Producer Nikki, when did the Grinch come out with Jim Carrey?
Yeah, with Jim Carrey. What
I would have sworn I saw that in the theaters when I was working there. 2000. So I was
about to say,
the Twin Towers were still standing.
They were actually in the background of the Grinch movie. If you look off in the distance,
that's where the snowflake.
That's if you look.
In fact, the conspiracy goes that at the very end of the movie, if you go past the credits, in the snowflake, like if you look closely, the reflection from the snowflake, you can see the plane as it's going to the tower.
You ever heard Grinch Sama bin Seuss?
You know when the
I'm just saying.
When at the beginning of the movie, when he's like going up the mountain on the sleigh and it zooms out of the mountain and then shows where he lives, if you look closely, the Twin Towers are actually what that mountain is built on. Yeah.
Do
you think Santa goes to each snowflake?
Probably, right? I mean, there's little people in there.
Well, no, obviously they all bought each other gifts, and that's what the Grinch stole that night.
Well, no,
Santa hadn't
Santa
been there. Santa doesn't exist.
Santa exists in the Grinch
had to wait for Santa to leave.
Yeah, he had to wait for him to leave. You don't remember?
When?
In the Grinch, in the movie.
He didn't wait for him to leave.
Yeah,
he just
did.
showed up.
He was in the movie.
Patrick, put the scene where the Grinch leaves.
When was
Patrick,
Santa?
put the picture with
Show
the Santa.
me one freeze frame with actual Santa
Patrick,
Claus
put up
in
the
the Grinch
frame.
Stole Christmas.
Put it up.
Patrick, put up a
In
red
fact,
red arrow.
show me
Red arrow of Santa.
And
instance of an actual factual Santa Claus in either of the 3 Grinch movies.
Like a taxi.
Eric's gonna feel so.
He's gonna feel so stupid.
Feel like a
Real
fucking
Santa
so
Claus.
stupid.
When you see Tim Allen's Santa,
Tim Allen.
when you see Tim Allen's Santa in the Grinch
Was
movie,
it Tim Curry?
No, it wasn't anybody. It was just CGI Santa. But when you see Tim Allen, who played Santa, in the Grinch movie, you're gonna piss your pants.
I've never seen that. You know,
When
the
was
Santa Claus.
in it?
They're
When?
pretty
Explain
funny.
exactly what point in the
when
plot.
when he
that
goes
Santa
into
Claus
when
was in the
Lou-Hoo's-
Grinch movie.
When he goes into Cindy Lou Who's house,
Yeah.
he has to wait on Santa Claus to leave when he goes down the stairs.
Yeah.
He sees Santa Claus like his. Basically, he just sees him go up the fucking chimney. But when he's coming down the
100%.
stairs to go
He's
get
watching
the
him with
fucking presents.
binoculars.
I do
Yeah.
not remember any of this.
I know.
And in the
obviously,
very-
and
in
you're
the
going to get proven
memories.
wrong. Patrick, put it up
You
again.
guys
There's the
have
footage.
fake
There,
memories.
no.
You've been Mandela
you're-
Yeah,
affected.
you've been Mandela
Rose tinted
affected.
glasses. That's Mandela
Roast
on you guys.
beast tinted glasses. Thank you very much.
And in the old 70s one, Patrick put up the old 70s one.
Berenstain Bears. Gotcha.
in the old 70s one, he's his
He
roommate.
has to get the Santa one because he gets the outfit idea from Santa.
Hmm.
Put it up, Patrick.
Put it
No,
up.
he got
Put it
the
up.
idea from just the Santa Claus idea. There was no Santa Claus. Santa
How do you get
Claus
the Santa Claus
never
idea if there's
showed
no
up.
Santa Claus?
Yeah.
Well, how
Eric.
did he fucking circumvent Santa Claus?
How did he
What do you
circumcise
mean? How
Santa
do you-
Claus?
Santa Claus isn't the Christmas police. He's just a dude who delivers presents. He's not going to defend your gifts.
He's far more like the Christmas CIA.
why
than
would
the
he?
Christmas police.
Why would he defend your gifts?
I don't remember Santa Claus ever being in any of the Grinch movies.
When in any of the Santa Claus myths does he like go down defending your presents?
When in any of the Dr. Seuss things is there a normal human character?
The movies.
Oh yeah, I mean there's
What?
some
What
in
movie?
Okay,
What movie
one
has
Cindy
a
Lou.
normal-
Cindy Lou.
She's a who? Cindy Lou Who.
a Who man.
She
all
Eric.
who's.
she doesn't have the nose.
Wait,
She isn't old
you trying to
enough
say
yet,
she's not
like-
a Jew? What?
You saying she's not?
No,
her
they all have
mother
like
and
the mole man
father's-
nose.
Because she's tiny. All
We
the
all
children.
know why she's got that.
All the children look normal.
No, they all look like everyone all looks the same with the same mole man looking nose.
Did you guys see
So
that?
you're
but
saying
Cindy
that she is
Lou.
the mutant human child?
Yes.
Oh,
of
Merry
her
Christmas,
parents.
everybody! By the way, and welcome to the Anything Cast.
Happy
I'm Patrick.
New Year.
We already said the welcome.
Did we?
Yes.
Is this?
Oh,
a
yeah, we
Christmas-
did. Okay.
No,
Super
this is,
early.
this is a New Year.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Happy New Year, everybody! Welcome to the Grinch episode where we talk about the Grinch on New Year's.
Happy New Year.
Look,
Look,
did you guys
Cindy-
see the new Grinch movie?
Horton.
the new horror movie?
No, the
Horton's
new
a regular
Grinch
elephant.
movie. Nikki, when did the newest Grinch movie come out? It was like 2021. It was maybe it might have been
The one
2018.
with
2019.
with Doctor Strange?
Yes, that one. Did you see that?
No, the guy who played
What?
Doctor Strange played the Grinch.
Yeah,
in the most recent one. It was
oh.
2018.
The man with his eyes that are so far apart that he looks like an alien. Yes.
yes.
2018.
Yes, 2018. I
Eric
knew
called
it.
it.
1 year off.
Because
Yeah.
I was working in theaters still at that point.
I watched that movie, and that
You did?
movie's not that
Benedict
bad.
Cumberbatch.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Benedict Cumberbatch played the Grinch.
the
in
one
that
that's an actual true alien.
Wait a minute. Wait a fucking minute.
What?
You keep talking about how Santa Claus was in.
I know he's
the
not in that one.
scene
He's not
from
in that
Cindy
one.
Lou, but you're saying he's in the Jim Carrey one?
Yes, he's in the Jim Carrey one. He's not in that.
Absolutely
He's not in the
fucking
Benedict
not.
Cumberbatch
He's
one.
Not in the Jim
I'm
Carrey
about to
Patrick,
one.
put up the
prove
scene.
you wrong.
Only
Patrick,
one
point
I
an arrow
haven't
to the
seen
scene.
is the Benedict Cumberbatch version. I have seen the original 1970s Dr. Seuss version.
About
I
to-
have seen the Jim Carrey version.
I'm about to fucking.
Are you what one might call as a
Destroy you.
Grinch head? Are you a little bit of a you a big
Bit of a
fan?
Grinchian?
Yeah, a bit of a Grinch.
I'm about to fucking destroy you right now, dude. I'm loading up.
Your heart's about to go 3 sizes, Eric. I hope you're fucking ready.
No, it has to be the actual factual Santa Claus. There's lots of people dressed like Santa Claus, including the Grinch.
Yes.
Like, and I'm sure in the Jim Carrey version, there's lots of models of Santa Claus and like the fucking store shelves and shit, like whatever.
I want to
Like,
watch the Santa
but
Claus movies.
Is
I've never seen
there
them.
Yeah,
an
we should watch 'em, dude. They're
actual,
funny.
factual, magical elf man who is
Yes,
in
in
fact
the Jim
Father
Carrey
Christmas
version.
/ Santa Claus.
In the Jim Carrey version, yes, there is.
What's the actor who plays him?
I have no clue. You don't see his
Yeah,
face.
it's CGI.
You see-
Like,
you
yeah,
don't
you
see
don't see
his
his
face?
Yeah, you only see like his back and like his feet or something. You don't see like the whole character.
You were conjuring up
I'm
that
not.
memory.
I'm
You
not.
were
This is
making that
real.
up.
Santa Claus is real. Don't. I'm not gaslighting you with Santa Claus. Santa Claus is
gaslighting
real.
yourself.
No.
Why do you
you-
think? Why do you think we're lying to you?
Why do you think that the
I don't
Grinch
think you're
dresses like
lying to
Santa
me.
when he
I
dresses?
think you're wrong. wrong.
He goes
I
to
think
Cindy
you're
Lou Who's
gaslighting
house.
yourself. I think you have bad childhood memories where you're remembering something that's associated with a billion different things.
I'm fucking
you're
up
just
my own
like,
trauma. I'm
there
trying
must
to
have
cover
been-
it up.
Okay,
Something bad
who
happened.
The fuck said that there was trauma involved
Well,
here?
that's what
What
happens.
happened to you when
Yeah.
you watched The Grinch, Patrick?
You know what happened.
You know what
Like-
happened. Do you have any movies like that where you have trauma associated with the movie?
Hold on.
I totally do, and it's the funniest one in the world.
I can probably only think of one that's not funny at all.
Really?
I can't think of it right off the top of my head, but I'm trying to think of like.
What about you, Will? Do you have a
terrible
movie that you
times in
have
my
like
life.
trauma associated with?
Hail Mary. Let me think about it.
Okay. I have trauma associated with Kung Pao Enter the Fist.
What?
Yes, like
I
real
love that
actual.
movie.
It's the funniest movie in the world. However,
Right.
I am traumatized because my dad started beating the shit out of my mother during that movie.
Oh my god.
So like all I can think about when I see those bits, that funny haha movie, is my dad just
Jesus.
beating the hell out of my mother.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
I finished watching that movie and then I went to go return it. My dad and my mom got in a fight in the middle of the movie and the movie ended. And then I got up and I went and like returned the movie and I came back and my mom and dad were fighting in the hallway. Like, and I remember seeing my mom and dad like just beating on each other through the glass door on the front of our house and being like, God damn, I am too 10 years old for this.
Oh boy.
I'm far too 10 years old for this.
Okay,
I gotta
actually
work in
got
the
one.
morning.
Yeah, I got work in the mines in the morning. It was actually in the 1940s.
I got one for you. I got
Yeah.
one. Movies that are related to trauma,
Yes.
which this actually works on several levels. There are two movies that go side by side, which I think I've mentioned on the podcast before.
Eric,
Yeah.
get fucked. Go
Um,
fuck yourself hard.
I was living at basically a crack house.
Hold on, I think Will's got something for you.
And before, and I'm very curious but I watched Requiem for a Dream and Train Spotting back to back
In a crack house.
In a
right
crack
after
house?
dropping out of college, getting kicked out of my
And you
parents'
didn't go
house, and
directly
living
back to
at a
college?
crack house.
You didn't realize, wow, this could be me, and then go directly back to college?
Oh no, that is kind of when I was just like, I think I'm gonna kind of change some things.
Yeah, you think? Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was pretty traumatizing. What is this?
What is this? What is it, Eric? What have you seen with your very own eyes?
What have you seen?
What have
Eric?
you seen, Eric?
What have you
Lies.
seen?
Lies.
Propaganda.
Hey,
Propaganda.
Propaganda.
You don't remember it.
Stalin-esque
Yeah,
propaganda.
they painted over it with. That's actually not the original film.
It
They
was
just-
us. It was us, the
It, yeah,
tankies, Eric.
it was me and Will. We spent all last night painting over each individual
Some
frame.
cars and buses going across the street, and they transposed it over the footage, and it was very shameless. I'm ashamed to be part of this lying podcast now of people who are lying to
Did you ever come up with something that you were traumatized by, Will?
me. He was too busy.
Yeah, No, nothing
Okay.
really.
After that happened, I remember I stayed up. That was the first time in my life I stayed up until like the sun came up, because I was too traumatized by the event to mostly because my mom was like in such bad shape and she like left, and then it was just me and my dad in the house, and
Yes,
I was
I
like,
forgot this was a hyper serious situation.
yeah,
you were
but no,
describing.
it's very funny
I just-
because I went to my room and then I watched. Yeah, I watched on the Disney Channel. I watched the Aladdin animated series until the sun came up. So just 10-year-old me, traumatized, sitting in the floor.
Take me away, Jafar.
Yeah, just
Take
watching.
me away from this world.
I really liked the Aladdin animated series when I was a kid, so I can't talk too much.
didn't hate it. It was a very good way to get
That
my
and the
mind off of
Hercules
what was
animated
going on in
series.
my life at the time. It was a good
very,
distraction.
Very distracting.
It was very
show.
distracting.
You got yourself lost in the world of algebra.
I still remember the episodes, dude.
Agrabah.
Algebra.
Algebra.
I took a shot in the
The
dark.
land of algebra.
I don't know. Iraq. I don't know
Yeah,
where
it
it's
was
at.
Iraq.
It's Baghdad.
Yeah. How long did you guys believe in Santa Claus?
I remember having a conversation with my parents or mom, dad. One or both of them was in the car, and I was just like,
It's not
shit's
real, isn't
not
it?
real, right? Like, I was just like, because they would answer all the rest of my questions honestly,
Yeah,
right?
they just picked Eric up from the mine.
Yeah. We're actually a lot older than
And I
our
was just
voices
like, if I
imply.
wish upon a star, things will be better. It's like, magic's not real, you little shit.
Oh, that was your mom talking. I recognize that voice.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah.
It's just like, pick more coal,
Number 9
And,
coal.
So that was it for a while, and I was just like, if coal is all I get every year, even when I'm good, then there must not be a Santa Claus. Because
If all
I'm
I
the
get
one
is
who filled
coal
the
and beatings and an
stockings with
empty
coal.
stomach.
And I was told that making coal was being a good boy,
Yeah.
then, it
Ain't
didn't
even get
all...
no presents.
Eric actually grew up in
right,
North
right.
Korea, where coal is a valuable asset to their economy.
True.
And
If you don't mine enough
It's just
coal
true.
Actual
to
fact.
heat
Just
your
true.
house for the day and heat 3 other houses, then you don't get 1 meal of rice.
yeah,
And by means 3 other houses in Pyongyang.
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 Yeah, Pyongyang.
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 Kind of fun. That's fun to say.
Pyongyang.
They definitely.
Patrick,
What's the
Patrick,
South?
Don't be racist.
Okay.
It's not racist
It's
if it's just
Pyongyang.
What's the South Korean capital?
Seoul.
Seoul.
Yeah.
Seoul.
Seoul.
Which ironically none of the South Koreans have. So
Would BB King have done a show in North Korea?
Yeah. Yeah, man.
would BB King,
Yeah.
the guy from Memphis, the blues guy from Memphis,
Yeah,
He
you
had taken
think-
a private
You think if he
flight
was invited,
with,
he would have done? Yeah, like if
Dennis
who-
Rodman.
Yeah,
Dennis Rodman. He took a
if Dennis-
private plane with Dennis
if Dennis
Rodman.
Rodman had like Kim Jong Un got Dennis Rodman to give an invitation to BB King, do you think BB King would have done a show?
I want to believe he would have, if only because seeing BB King in like a North Korean palace and like playing blues for Kim Jong Un, that sounds like something I should get the Bing AI to create. You ever known anybody that like that fucks some livestock?
I did have a friend in high school that we always called Goat Fucker. But
We had a
You fuck
teacher.
a goat one time.
We had a substitute teacher we called Goat Fucker, but it wasn't because of anything like that. It was because he was deaf, and
What the fuck does that mean?
so
It wasn't that he fucked a goat; he was just disabled. We
made fun of his ass hardcore.
Yeah,
he couldn't
so-
hear his nickname, so
what would happen is this guy would like
Hey, child rapist. Yes, Will. What can I do for you?
he would substitute for the class, right? And his name was like Gunther or something like that.
Yeah.
And so like the kids would walk up to his
Gunther
desk,
Rapist.
and like he was super cool. He was super cool as a substitute because like basically what he would do is like, hey, don't be too loud, and then he would turn off his hearing aid and read a book.
Okay.
He was old as shit. So like what would happen is kids would go up to his desk and go, "Hey, Mr. Goat Fucker," and because he couldn't hear, he thought you said Gunther.
okay.
And they'd be like,
So
"Can I have a
basically-
pass to go to the bathroom?" And everyone would laugh or giggle.
So basically, you did just make fun of a guy for.
I never
being-
did it.
You never did it, really?
No.
I'm not that surprised, really. That
My,
does seem-
my parents would beat the shit. It'd be my luck that he'd know I said goat fucker, and then my parents would absolutely kill me.
We had a substitute teacher in Spanish class one time, and I remember to this day that I got so fucking pissed because generally, if you have a substitute teacher in a secondary language class, you know your ass isn't going to do anything because it's not like the substitute teacher speaks fucking Spanish,
right.
right?
But this
So-
one did.
yeah, and this one did.
Ooh.
She spoke perfect Spanish. She was from Mexico. No, she was from Cuba.
Ooh.
And she spoke perfect Spanish.
Oof.
And she made us keep doing our fucking Spanish homework. And she was harder on us than the fucking teacher was. It was bullshit. I was so pissed. Everybody was pissed. But honestly, I had that teacher like 5 times or something over the
Damn.
next year.
And I bet everyone, like, as soon as you walked in class and saw her, were just like, "Oh fuck."
Yeah. And she
Oh,
was a
it's
big
hard
difference
ass
from her.
Cuban lady. Fuck.
She was a big departure from our regular Spanish teacher too, because that dude was a big fucking blob of a man. I don't remember. I remember just calling him senor, but I saw him a bunch like later on in life, and all I could think was like, damn, that man is going to die of a heart attack like any hour.
Are there
More
any
like El Gordo.
Is there any old people you think about, like non-consequential old people? So like not your grandparents, but anyone like old that you've met that you think about that you're just like they're dead now?
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, my next door neighbor when I was growing up was an old man who used to call the cops on me all the time,
No, yeah.
and he died like 5 years ago or something. And my parents were so happy. My
Jesus
parents hated
Christ.
that man, and I kind of didn't like him either. But I wasn't happy he was dead. He was just a miserable old fuck. He used to work for the FBI.
I like
and
how
he
you
was-
almost have more sympathy than your parents.
I do. I have way more sympathy for that guy than my parents do.
In
My parents
fairness,
hated him.
Eric, he he wasn't paying for the house that the cops kept getting called to.
That's true.
Yeah, that's also very fair.
Wouldn't you be pissed if cops kept showing up at your house going, "Excuse me, your neighbor's called. We need to like do whatever we got to do."
He called the cops on me for arbitrary shit too. He called the cops on me one time for shooting a BB gun in my backyard.
What if the neighbors kept calling like the cops over your dogs, Eric?
He called the cops on me one time for driving the 4-wheeler down the road. Like I just
What if every time your neighbor drove past your house, they saw your dogs out in the yard and they were like, they called the cops and were like, those dogs aren't on like any leash or it's not fenced in.
Yeah, just some arbitrary.
What if
bullshit.
the cops came to your door an obsessive amount, like an obnoxious amount of times, and every time they were like, your neighbor called about your dogs and we have to warn you again.
We have to say something on paper. We have to say something.
Well, in
Would you be
my
pissed?
neighbor would probably go missing.
I'm sure his dad
While we're being
wanted.
specific,
I'm
here,
sure.
if me and my neighbor were playing a continuous Minecraft game, then
Yes.
his house would get broken.
I'm sure Patrick's dad might have wanted
He
that
would
to
go
happen.
missing.
My
Several
dad,
times.
you know, my dad did. You know, my dad's ass was like, I'm gonna kill that old man one of these days.
For sure.
Feed him to the fucking dogs.
For sure.
I like your ringtone. Is that your ringtone?
Yeah,
That's
What
a
is
nice
that?
ringtone.
default.
Okay.
So, thanks Samsung for it.
I've gotten to the point to
pleases
where I
me.
start feeling like I get nostalgic for the default iPhone ringtone. Nowadays, I'll hear the default iPhone ringtone and I'll be like, oh, that's my
What is
childhood.
the default iPhone ringtone?
I don't fucking remember. I haven't
No,
had an
do it.
iPhone in ages.
Do the thing.
Do the thing. I don't
Do it.
remember. I don't remember.
Go.
He goes- Yeah, That's what it is. Yeah, I don't even remember anymore what the default like ringtone for the iPhone is. But every time I hear it, I get a little warm feeling in my soul. So I'm like, oh, because nobody
Like a
has the
memory
default
you
fucking
can't-
ringtone anymore.
Grasp your hand around anymore.
I-
A smell
I feel like
from
everyone
your
just-
childhood.
Unless you're old, I feel like everyone just goes with the default now.
Do they?
I feel like they do. Maybe it's just me.
Wait, unless you're old.
Yeah,
you
if
go
you're
with the default?
old-
I feel like an old man because I like chose a single default for everything. I've never changed it. Like I even argue with my people at work sometimes. It's like, look, if I hear a notification, it's either a text message, the group chat from work, or YouTube notification.
Yeah.
Like, because I never bother to change any of the tones.
You guys
It's
still
like,
remember
I'm
how
not
to
gonna
text
go
with
check
the
my phone every time I hear a notification.
With the numpad?
yeah with the numpad with the
No,
flip
but
phone?
only because I never had to do it.
Dude, it's still like innate in me.
Like
I can still do this.
I barely
what was the
had to do
question?
it.
Do you still remember how to text with a flip phone?
Oh God, where you
Yeah.
have to like type it out.
Nikki's like, yes, I
multiple
remember how to do it.
times. Yeah,
Dude,
multiple
I
times to
loved
get
that
each
because I was able
thing.
to type without looking at the screen. I would be able to drive and type something accurately
Jesus.
without looking. And because I could just open my phone and be like, I'm about to be there and then be done.
No, I couldn't
I-
do that.
Barely could do it because I was a very small child.
Yeah,
when
you
that
were
was
like
still a thing.
3.
Yeah.
I was still a stubborn old man even then, so no, I never really loved that. I
Really?
did get used
Do you
to
have a
it.
Razor? Do you have a Razor flip phone?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
No, I did have
I
a flip.
loved the Razor though.
Yeah, me too, dude.
My mom's Razor was the best.
The Motorola Razor, it's
That
so
shit was
cool.
So good.
The last phone I had before I stopped having phones entirely for like 3 or 4 years was like a slider phone.
Do you know that?
Flip
Do you know that
phones were really the last like hoorah of.
they're still big in Japan?
Oh
flips.
yeah, maybe, but like at least here they were the last hoorah of being able to hang up in an aggressive manner.
Oh yeah, just
Oh.
fucking flip that shit closed.
Yeah.
The amount of times I hung up on my girlfriend with the fucking Motorola Razr just as loud as humanly possible to get my aggression out. Fuck that bitch. She cheated on me.
Well, I feel that.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do.
Yeah, we don't need to get into it. But yes, I do feel that.
Why are flip
got
phones still big
weird.
in Japan, I wonder?
I don't know, because they're small and cute and they're compact and
Probably because they make them all there, honestly.
I mean, I guess.
I think
Well-
so. Don't they? Aren't
So
didn't
they're,
like the
like,
Motorola's a
stupidly
Japanese
cheap.
company?
Do you have data backing this up?
Just like anecdotal evidence, really.
I don't know.
And the
part
fact that I've looked it up before, but I'm not looking it up right now.
you know, something weird. Part of me would be okay.
Producer Nikki, why are flip phones famous in Japan still? Why are they still big there? Why do people still use flip phones over there? That's a thing. We can just ask people now instead of pulling out our own phones. It's
Well,
magic. It's like magic.
One thing I could think of is like I could totally be okay with just like using my phone as like just some sort of like internet device.
But they
Like,
email too. Instead of like text message each other, everybody has like an email and then they'll email each other.
Yeah, but you can do that on the older phone.
You can do it on new phones. I mean, you can do it on any phone, but it's
Yeah.
just not a thing that we do here. Nobody emails each other instead of text messaging. I guess
Yeah.
it's probably to save money.
Right.
Convenience and high durability. There you go. Sentimental.
Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Sentimental, high endurance, and yeah, okay.
I feel like our phones these days are high enough durability, though, to where you're not getting more
Meh.
durability out of a flip
The
phone.
batteries really suck in the modern smartphone.
Yeah, because those screens
last more than
eat
2
battery.
years.
That's true. I feel like if you... Then again, you're not going to run over a fucking flip phone with a car and then it still work or anything.
No, but I did expect to have my phone 2 or 3 years down the road.
That's true. I did. I think I bought less phones
All
back
right.
in that era.
Boring phone talk to
Less
the side.
designed
Yeah,
obsolescence.
boring phone talk over. Will's got
Yeah.
a topic.
What-
Hit me
We
with a
got a real
sweet topic, Will.
Hit us
All
with
right.
that sweet. Spill that tea.
I know this. We've asked this
bitch.
question
Spill that
many a
tea.
times, but like everything, we're gonna circle back around to it.
Uh-huh.
Uh-oh.
What's the biggest animal you think you can fight?
With what? Like with my bare hands,
yeah,
naked?
just like with what you're wearing.
like a dog, maybe, like a
What
big
I'm
dog.
wearing.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I'm not.
You don't get your guns
Well-
and stuff, Eric.
Yeah.
Hold on. All right.
You don't get your guns. You don't
You
get
don't get your
tools.
guns. You get your
I don't get my
clothes.
guns, but I can still have this new Bowie knife I got. Yeah.
That's a machete.
No, it's a Bowie.
You're not on. You're not on microphone, so nobody can hear you.
They can hear me.
No, they can't hear you. I do the editing. I know what will pick up and what won't. That'll barely pick up.
Okay. Well.
Let me look at your Bowie knife again.
Yes, just stall the
Okay.
podcast to show Will your cool knife.
Hold on.
It's true. It's
I'll
truly
stay
the heart
closer
of
to
the
the
night. It's truly the heart of the
microphone
podcast.
It is quite sharp though, so
It's a sweet little boy.
do
My
be
dad would be
careful.
so into that.
It's like half short sword, half
Yeah.
knife. It is not fooling around.
Do you
too
think you
much.
could kill a dolphin with your bare hands?
Wow, that
In the water?
Yeah, in the
How?
water.
in the water? No.
Dolphins
Whoa,
trying to
hold on,
fucking
hold on,
kill
hold on.
you.
How deep's
If
the
I
water?
could get him in the
Like
shallows.
a pool. Like, like it's,
Like,
it's
okay, but
even.
no. Give me feet.
Oh, 5-foot pool.
A 5-foot pool?
Yeah,
Dude,
so
I'm
you're still
5'9".
maybe.
You're fucking me here. No.
Yeah, you got like
think
9 inches above the water.
I think the dolphin drowns me.
You think so? You gonna go for your fucking ankles?
Oh
Like, what's gonna
yeah, the
happen?
dolphins are smart, dude.
Like, okay, do I have to stay in the pool?
Yes.
Or can I like
Yeah.
wrestle him out of the pool?
No, you're stuck
I think
in the pool.
I think
just
I have a
walls on all
chance if
sides.
it's like waist deep.
30-foot pool, 30 by 30-foot pool, 5 feet deep, walls, blank walls on all
he
sides.
wins.
He wins.
Yeah, he's gonna take me out by the feet and drown me.
Yeah.
I
he'll pull
feel
me
like
under.
I
He'll
could-
grab me with his teeth.
No,
and
dude,
pull
it's
me
five,
under.
it's 5 feet. You know how slow you move?
I feel like I could like if I
You feel
shove
like you could
my
shit
my
on him?
fist the hole in the top of his head, I feel like I could get to his
Dude.
brain pretty easy.
No, you'd never get a chance to do
No,
it.
look, I'm telling you.
He would
Yeah.
zip right past you and grab you with his razor sharp, incredibly large teeth.
Yeah.
Do they have those?
Yeah.
Yes.
How do you think
Okay.
they eat fish?
Yeah.
By raping them to death, I don't fucking know. That's all
They
I hear
can
about
rape
dolphins
humans
doing.
to death too.
Yeah,
he fucking no. He's not
He
gonna.
might.
Look, he's not gonna drown
He
you
could kill
by.
you and then rape
He's
your
not gonna drown you by
remains.
filling your lungs with water. He's gonna drown you by filling your lungs with cum.
Dolphin cum?
Yeah.
What a way to go.
No, he's gonna fill your lungs with badger cum.
Jesus.
It's kind of badger,
You have
but-
Where do you
no
even
idea
get that?
how
Where do you even get that?
Dolphins are dolphins are not
Resourceful
to be fucked with.
little fucker.
No, listen.
It was badger cum
I
yesterday.
think you're not
It
gonna
was
have a chance.
Jaguar cum the day before.
I don't
Do
think.
not ask where they get it.
I don't think you're gonna have a chance unless it's waist deep water.
Waist deep?
Yeah. You're gonna have to at least have your
Yeah,
punching
I'd have
speed.
to be like, clearly at an advantage as a terrestrial animal.
Oh, well, like that's half and half, right? That's even terrain.
Yeah, if it's your
Yeah.
waist, then he's got. 'Cause I feel like his whole body's in there and your whole body isn't in there.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It seems like. I don't know. I feel like I could do it. I feel like I could take
In
out a
5
dolphin.
feet of water.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm 5'11",
What do you, okay, no,
so.
take me through the strategy. The dolphin's in front
So
of you.
you'd be less than a foot above water, which is
Yeah.
basically just a little of your
I'm
shoulders
standing
and your
in
head.
it. Yeah. My shoulders, my
And
head.
the dolphin's body is
He comes
completely
for me. I
submerged.
fucking,
Slow-
I full Nelson him. I full Nelson him, and I
so
just
he
squeeze him
turns
until he
over.
dies.
Where's his neck?
I don't know
you're
where
just
his neck is.
expecting he's
I don't
gonna,
know
like,
dolphin anatomy.
So he's not gonna. He's
you
not
get
gonna
full Nelson a dolphin.
Hold on,
as a
can I
single
not?
tubular
First of all,
animal.
it has lungs, so it's already holding its breath under the water.
They have lungs.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're
Yes!
mammals.
Oh.
What? Is this a
Don't they have
revelation
gills?
to you?
I don't. What do I know about dolphins? I lived with a lady who jacked off to dolphin porn, and that is like where I got most of my dolphin knowledge.
Right, you lived with Ivan's old ex?
Yes.
Okay.
How'd you know?
Well, I mean,
It's only so many ladies love that dolphin porn.
she's been on the podcast before
Yeah.
in story form.
yeah,
you know,
that's true.
And considering her track record,
Yeah,
And
it
also,
wasn't that
I
hard,
met
was
her.
it?
She spent the night in my dorm once. Like,
Did she?
yes, absolutely.
She jack off to dolphin porn in there?
Maybe
Okay.
it wouldn't have been off limits or out of the potential realm of stuff.
Well,
It
I've
was
been in a
weird,
dorm
kinky
room or
time.
two, and generally
Right,
there's
dorm
not enough
rooms,
room
right.
in a dorm room to jack off to dolphin porn.
There's enough room to fuck a dolphin.
Will's about
in a
to
dorm
cut
room.
his Pepsi can open with a knife.
Can I cut this in half?
Put it up,
Okay.
Will.
Oh, okay.
I don't think that's appropriate.
Yeah, it's probably not a good idea. Will's
It's-
losing
it's ju-
patience
it's just
quickly.
Dangerous. But if you were to come about when the sun was about, we could actually go out into the backyard and shoot guns. That is actually okay. That is a thing. Would you like to shoot shotguns with me sometime?
Yeah, I would. I'd love
Aw,
to.
I got 20,
look,
I got everything from 22s to 12 gauge.
a romance blossoming
Aw.
before my eyes. Two
Like-
men bonding over guns like my father wanted to do with me.
My father successfully did that with me. It
My
worked
dad beat
great.
my
Yeah,
mom
same.
instead. So
Well,
and traumatized me during Kung Pao Under the Fist.
my mom and dad had the wherewithal to just get divorced, and then he taught me how to deal with guns. So
Yeah, they do that during Kung Pao to the End of the Fist too. Was that playing in the courtroom?
I guess this is just the multiple endings. You got the sad ending, I got the happy ending.
Wow,
My-
man, look at that!
My parents got separated. He
I
taught
don't
me
know,
guns.
my parents
Yours
aren't.
just beat each other.
My parents
Stayed
aren't
together.
divorced, so I'd say I got the good ending. You got the neutral ending.
Yeah, you got the neutral ending. Yeah,
Okay.
Will's parents stayed
But
together.
did they teach you how to shoot guns?
Yeah, my dad did.
Hell
Yeah. We're in Mississippi. There's no way
Yeah, I was about to
somebody's
say,
dad
there's
didn't
no
teach them how to shoot
possible way
guns.
my
Yeah, I
dad
mean,
did
fair
not.
Not gonna happen.
In fact, my first
All three
Memory.
of us are
His
gun
first
one of
owners.
my
memory.
first memories is my dad teaching me how to shoot a BB gun.
Is that real?
Yeah.
Oh, that's adorable. That's so redneck.
Yeah, with
That's-
my grandpa.
That's some white trash.
We,
ass
we were
shit.
in the backyard of our house, and I think he had like put a Coke can, like a stick or something like that.
He said, "Boy, now this is what you do. You scream the N-word and you pull the trigger like a good Mississippi man."
Well, first he had to show me how to like
scream the N-word.
pump
yeah.
the gun because it was like a lever actioned.
Yeah, the one you
air-
got pumped like 12 times. or some
Yeah.
shit. Yeah. I remember those.
I
He was
try
very
to think of-
serious about gun safety, which is good.
Oh, I was about to say the last time I got physically punished by one of my parents, like straight up slapped upside the head, was the last time I violated gun safety in front of my dad. Like the fifth or sixth time he tried to show us how BB guns worked.
Yeah, the only thing that
Yeah.
I would say he didn't do that I would I would say is like not safe for guns is he didn't like lock any gun in a safe or anything like that. He just expected that I understood that they weren't toys.
What was your first word?
My first word?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, I have no clue.
Really?
I have no
Yep.
idea.
You don't know either?
No.
You remember? Or you
No,
just
no,
remember
I've
being
been told. I've been told.
Okay,
My
'cause I
first
don't
word was bird, and then my second word was dragonfly, but I said it wrong. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Actually,
It's a
I've gone through a
racist
lot
word.
of. I've gone through a lot of speech therapy. No, that was the third one. The third one was.
Oh boy. Yeah, censor that, Patrick.
Yeah,
Please
I'll censor that. Yeah, I apparently said gabbenfly or something, and my mom was like, "No, dragonfly, you dumbass." I was like, "Oh, dragonfly."
Dumb fucking shit.
Oh, did you know they found out that babies can actually remember the theory was that it was a feeling of the past. Like, for example, if you walked up to a little baby and went, "Fuck you, baby," every day until it was old enough.
Which I do.
Fuck you, baby!
Fuck
you!
Shit, fucker!
Fucking
Yeah,
infant!
until it was old enough to form
Pimp shit,
memories.
motherfucker!
It wouldn't actually remember you doing that. It would just have a general bad sense.
Like a vibe, like a
Yeah,
bad
like, you'd be
vibe
like,
about
that guy
you.
doesn't like me.
Yeah, yeah.
That's not true, apparently.
So what? The baby can remember the words "fuck you."
Well, they can just remember that event. They might not knew what the word "fuck you" meant until later in their life,
Okay.
but they can remember like you walking up to him and going "fuck you,
You're
baby."
saying they understand mood and tone.
Yes.
Yeah, tone of voice, like a dog. Yeah, exactly. You're saying babies are dogs. Will, put that up. Stop. He made you put that up. Put it down.
It's fun.
I guarantee
It
you
is
it's fun.
very-
That's the whole idea of owning it.
I got something way more fun for you in a minute.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, I do. You're gonna want to play with it.
He's gonna come with his pants off.
Yeah. Yeah, he comes in here, just no pants on, just fully erect.
I have that.
Far more
underwear
fun.
There's another
on
knife handle for
where the
you.
elephant trunk has my dick.
You're wearing the Shimapan pantsuit from.
Oh, Will,
Yes.
I heard you wanted to go on a safari hunt.
Hold on, I will tease you briefly with it. Hold on, give me 2 seconds here.
Jesus Christ. Will, when's the last time you had a gay experience?
Could have been that long ago. Sure, gosh. At work there's gay experiences all the time.
Oh, how'd you feel about it? What happened?
Well, they don't happen to me really, but like they will straight up just essay each other all over the place.
Shit ass each other, you're saying?
Sexually assault.
Oh, okay.
But you can't say that on YouTube, so I said essay. But
okay.
now we're demonetized. So it
Okay,
doesn't
well,
matter.
I mean, this is the Hitler didn't die podcast. I think we're gonna be all right. I think we're.
You think you'll make an exception?
Yeah, we're the Satan adjacent Hitler didn't die glorious hair. I'm trying to think of more terminology.
Ooh,
That,
that's them throwing axes.
Things
Yep.
from your heritage.
Yep, this is
Some
this is my
tomahawks.
set of tomahawks here. Yep.
Yeah. It's weird that your penis looks like that, though.
It is the hammer shape at the end really.
Well, you see, that's what keeps it in.
confounds my
That's what-
wife.
okay.
But it also pleasures her
That's why it
deeply.
has
Yeah,
an
of
edge.
course. Caused a couple of flesh wounds with that, I'd imagine.
Surgeries were involved, but
Yeah,
everything
yeah.
worked
Thank
out.
God, thank God, she's on the medical staff. Thank
Yep.
God.
So, yep, she's warehouse stitches work, so it ended up being okay.
Jesus Christ, what the fuck, bro?
Oh, sorry. Is my dog making advances on you?
Yeah, straight up, right into my dick. Right into my
okay,
dick.
Sappho.
Open mouth. Open mouth. My whole ball sack in his mouth. that was quite an experience. I'm telling you, dude.
Well, now you know how Cindy feels.
Yeah, of course, everything shot directly into my pelvis. But
Who was that famous
Still.
zoophile, like Sappho the fox or something like that?
What?
Yandere Dev, I think is what you're
Something
thinking
the
of.
wolf, Kiro the wolf. I don't know. There was
My
some
wife?
sort of like
Kira the wolf.
No, Kero, like K-E-R-K-E-R-O.
Hold on, I gotta dry my balls off. Hold on a minute. The fuck?
Sorry, I have a slobbery puppy.
Yeah,
He's a very good boy.
That's the first time
No.
something my balls have been in somebody's mouth entirely in at least a decade. That was.
He's a very.
I gotta
good
come over
boy.
here more often. I can start paying you for that. That you shouldn't be giving that away for free. Yeah, I know some people.
The cost is a can of peanut butter.
The trick is
No.
he doesn't know that you're bringing the same can every time. He's got no clue.
No, but if you rape my dog, you will
You get a tomahawk thrown at you.
Yeah.
you will get a tomahawk to the face, though. You know, careful, they're very sharp.
Why do you have so many weapons and blades? Is this what you got for Christmas?
Yes,
You got tomahawks?
the Bowie knife and the tomahawk.
Oh
You
yeah.
gotta sharpen the point.
Is this
No, but
was this
the
from
axe
Nikki?
blade is actually
Nikki got
very
you
sharp.
he got you tomahawks and a knife. It's
Of
like
course.
the Family Guy bit.
She
of,
knows me.
Peter, it's another sword. Try it on.
That's me, except I'm excited every year.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, when she does
Is
give
that-
me another
Is
sword.
that a whole Family Guy bit?
Yeah.
Peter wants to see the
Peter
other
buys
swords?
Lois a sword for Christmas. And it's like a normal, like, cute little
I mean,
box.
she's bought me 2 swords. Hold on, you want to see those? I
The
got
bit is like he comes in with a box and she grabs the box. She's like, "Oh my god!" And she opens it up and there's it just unfolds into a sword that's way bigger than the box was. She's like, "It's another sword." I feel like I gotta buy like a Civil War musket or something
Why?
for Eric one of these days. Because I feel like he'd
Buy
get a
me
lot
a
of
Civil War musket if you're going to buy muskets.
he'd get a lot out of that.
I'd get a lot out of it.
You wouldn't get nearly as much out of it as Eric would.
Wow.
I'm just saying, your people didn't fight in that war. His did. He's got heritage. He's got blood. He's got skin in the game. He's got blood
I
in those.
do have 2. Funnily enough,
See, he's got the cavalry saber already. He's
enough,
halfway there.
my great whatever grandfather on my mom's side fought in, I think, the Union as a Southerner, and on my dad's side
He
it
fought
was
in the
it was the
Union as a
Confederacy.
Southerner.
In the Confederacy.
So my mom's side, he lived in the South and he went to fight as a cavalryman in the Union Army.
Okay, I get it now.
I don't. What? How does that make any sense?
Because a lot of people in the South when the Civil War happened stayed in the South.
Oh, I see. Okay. So basically, you could fight against the Confederacy, but live in the South.
Well, basically, he had a home here. He just went to join the Union Army as a cavalryman.
If you were a cavalryman, do you have to have your own horse?
Back in the day, yeah, you had to be able to pay and maintain your own horse, and when it died, you had to be able to buy a new one.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep, that was all up to you. That was your privilege. In order to ride a horse in the military, you had to afford a horse in the military.
I want to be a cavalryman, or
You
I
do?
want to be in the cavalry. Is
Cavalry.
a song. Is a famous
Not
song.
Cavalry. Cavalry is a church thing. Cavalry is a
That's
horse
Calgary.
Oh.
Calgary's the church thing.
brigade.
Anyways, there's a famous song that parodies wanting to be in the cavalry, but it's about dying because you just died.
Yeah, you get shot.
Yeah,
you get shot or stabbed
You are
immediately.
still in front lines military.
Yeah, you're
so
in the
you do die
vanguard
a lot.
still.
Fucking
Yeah.
just you died all the time. Being in the cavalry sucked.
I would imagine so, but also you get to ride a horse and look cool.
Mhm.
There's that.
You do.
Yeah, you do get to
Now,
look cool, just like
Cavalry became
Santa
less
Claus and the
less
Grinch.
effective as time went on and guns became nicer. You know.
Eric has brought a literal, actual spear and given it to Will. Will is just hanging out with the spear now. Will's thoughts have been completely overtaken by the fact that a spear exists in his vicinity.
I wish I could remember the main character in the Stormlight Archives. So I'd be like, I'm that guy now.
Okay.
Cool.
Thing I've never heard of. I have no idea what that is.
Yeah,
What
because
is
you
that?
don't read, you retard.
You're right, I don't. I can't.
You read
It's unfortunate. Yeah. Unfortunately, I can't read. That's it's been a big detriment in my life. I've been just pretending this whole time. I've gotten on already.
Calith is his name, maybe? No?
Careful, that is sharp on both ends. There you go.
Calvary? Calgary?
Caledon? I don't remember.
Caligari?
I don't even know what this
The
is.
Captain of
I have no
Caligari.
clue.
It's a book series by that one famous guy,
R.A. Salvador.
Brandon something.
He's the one famous guy?
Yeah.
His name is Brandon something?
Yeah.
Okay.
People who read will know who I'm talking about.
Brandon Small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brandon
And-
Small. That's
yeah.
Brendan.
And he made
Brendan
a
Small.
book series called The Stormlight Archives, where like the main thing that the peasants use is spears.
That's how
Makes
peasants.
sense.
What peasants always use generally.
Yeah, but like
Spear
you
is
know,
a
in most
very
fantasies
effective
they don't.
weapon.
They use like swords and stuff like everybody else.
That's
which
true.
is dumb.
Which is dumb.
Yeah, spears make way more sense. Than
Nowadays,
most
peasants get
prevalent
to use
weapons.
guns, which is also really weird.
Yeah,
It
because
kind of
they're cheap and easy to use.
yeah.
Yeah, that's everywhere now.
Like it would.
I mean, what
the
is?
AK-47 really is like the peasant weapon
I
now.
completely disagree.
You don't think
No,
so?
like you could easily.
Do you know how hard it is to make an AK-47?
It's not that you make them; it's that there's so many left over from the Soviet Union falling.
Yeah, but now
uh,
they've been distributed, redistributed, broken
no
down.
longer-
and-
yeah.
like we're working with less. I mean, there's
I mean, if
still
you wanna
like World War
argue it-
II salvage these days for sure.
If
but,
you want to
like,
argue it, like one, America alone has 400 million guns or something like that. So like, and like most of that, I'm going to argue is like an AR platform of some kind. If you want to argue it being there's so many ways to modify and customize an AR, I would say that's the people's gun at the moment.
You think so?
Yeah.
But where are you going to get like
Especially
an
in
AR in
America.
Africa? You know, for your coup. I feel
From
like
an American.
you're a lot more
Yeah,
likely to
from an
get something
American
you can
dealer.
from
afford.
any American dealer.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you can't afford it. You live in Africa. You know, it's way easier to get something from 30 years ago that still just happens to shoot.
How old do you think
Like
the
an
AK AR
M16?
platform is?
I would imagine
30
maybe
years
30
ago?
years, something like
Like,
that.
It's developed in the '60s, bro.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What, for Vietnam?
Yeah.
Yeah.
so that's
Makes sense.
60 years ago.
Yeah, but
that's twice as long.
it
as
wasn't
you
this.
just
Those
said.
aren't the same ARs, right? That's
No, there's
barely
much
what could
better
be considered
ones
an AR.
Nowadays, they're just as cheap.
The first AR was the
You don't need
M4,
to have
right?
the No, the first AR was the AR-15.
Was it?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, the first one that's like what we're talking about right now. Yes.
Yeah, I thought what we were talking about was the
AR-15
first
was the
thing was the
original.
assault rifle, the first one that was
And then
made
they
for
started-
Vietnam. That was the M4.
They started modifying it after that. A AR-15 that you buy these days is not like the AR-15 that old dude made initially.
I want to get a Thompson,
Oh
a Thompson Contender. Yeah, the Contender. The Thompson Contender fucking rules. Have you ever seen the Thompson Contender?
I'm not sure that I have. No.
It's just a long fucking pistol. It's massive. It's just this long giant pistol that is like it's only used for target shooting basically. And it just shoots one giant 45 shell. It's just this long ass bullet. And it just shoots one, but and it kicks like a fucking horse.
Kind of a one and done, huh?
Yeah, but it looks so fucking cool. I love the Thompson Contender. They're so expensive. They're like $1,200 for Thompson Contender.
God knows I wouldn't know anything about a gun that can only shoot one or two really big rounds.
Yeah, you wouldn't know anything about
I've
that.
never gotten to really hold the Viking-esque sword, right?
Mm-hmm.
Surprisingly comfortable.
Is that a Viking-esque sword?
It's
It
got
is,
the
yes.
handle that they would have. I don't know if this is like accurate, you know, but it's,
It's like-
accurate to what I've seen in documentaries.
Okay.
It's like 65 to 70% accurate. There's a few discrepancies, but it's following the general.
But yeah,
Guideline.
it's surprisingly comfortable. Way more comfortable than I ever thought it would be.
Mhm.
Because like a European style handle is not discomfortable. Seriously, it's like I have a accurate two-handed sword
Mm.
at home, nowhere near this comfortable.
Well, it's not a fucking, it's not the best sword ever made, though, which is obviously the katana.
There's a lot of
Not folded 1,000
variations between
times.
Swords. It really just depends on one what you're trying to do, one what time period you're talking about, and one what geographical area you're talking about.
I just love this.
Will's literally
balance
getting off
this
to
out,
this.
and I just fucking come to this bitch.
I get nothing out of weapons.
Not a damn thing.
I'm just gay enough to where I get nothing out of it.
Not a damn thing.
No,
Huh?
I don't care.
Well, I understand why you
Well,
wouldn't want something
get
straight like
how
that.
good this feels out of
What
it.
about?
The leather feels nice.
Just kind of
You
like
feel it?
just do this.
Just be careful.
Yeah,
Remember
just
the
like-
dogs
yeah,
and stuff
yeah,
around it.
Yeah, isn't that just like comfortable?
I guess. I literally get nothing out of it. I'm serious. I get nothing out of that. I've done a lot of like sword training and stuff in my life, but I never got much out of it ever.
Yeah. this one is probably my most practical right here.
It's a saber.
It is. And it's cold steel.
Yeah.
So, and also, just as a note, it is actually sharp on this end from like here down. So be careful. It's sharp on both ends at the tip for the last like 6 inches or so.
So it's like it's the Rurouni Kenshin sword.
The opposite.
Yeah, the backwards blade sword.
No, it's
You're the Batosai.
It's not super sharp up here. Like, actually, I can comfortably, do this.
Yeah.
And grip it super tight. Like, it's fine. As you can see, no issues. Because it doesn't start getting sharp until you get up to, like, right about here. But then at the back of the tip, it's actually sharp on the last, like, couple inches right there.
Patrick, replace all this with Eric talking about his penis. Anyways,
My
that's
penis. My
Patrick, put a
penis.
dildo on the screen
My
and like
penis.
have an arrow
My
pointing at
big
different parts of it.
throbbing dick. Hold on. Give him some audio files
Yeah, some samples.
to switch up. My big throbbing penis. My tiny little baby penis. My nice hairy penis. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you
I
for
was just making a
telling
meat slapping sound.
my penis.
I wasn't trying to clap.
Anyways,
I
that's
need
the show, folks.
validation.
I'm Patrick.
I'm Eric.
I'm penis.